My husband will just you just did this yesterday. He'll just come over to me. And this was like right before I had to get on and do the art of overcoming. And
My
I had
husband will
just
just,
really boo. Come on now. Okay, thank you. I had to get on and do the art of overcoming with my sisters, and and I had a significant conversation that was like
mm,
threw me for a minute. And my husband just came over, y'all, and he sat next to me on the couch. Um, and he just said, "What you need, babe?" And he just took his hand, just did like this with my head. I just came in. I didn't, and I normally got words. I didn't really have a whole lot of words.
mm-hmm.
But you're always checking for me and connecting in with me. And so that's the first thing that I want to thank you for publicly today is your ever attentive gaze, your never ending like presence, your spot on attunement to me all the time. And I'm not saying it's 100% of the time, but it's most of the time. Like it's my norm. I am grateful that I'm able to say it's my norm. It's my norm in my relationship, in my marriage. And it doesn't happen without intention. It doesn't happen without effort. So I appreciate you for putting in the effort and putting in the intention because you'd be getting me. You'd be getting me. And stop looking at me like that. Yeah, he
Like
be
what,
getting me and
man?
he look at me all like, with these eyes. Don't just,
It's
you be getting me.
so I'm definitely appreciative that you're grateful for the way that I show up for you. Um, I too am grateful for the way that you show up for me because, I mean, just even more recently, you have, I don't know, you've been showing a different level of sensitivity and care. Um, it's
A
a certain
different
level of
level because I haven't been
softness.
that sensitive and
I didn't say
caring.
that you haven't, but
I'm just asking.
I just feel like I mean, it's like next level.
Oh,
Your
really?
softness, yeah, your softness, and the way that you've been attuned to where I am emotionally, making room for me. Like if I feel like I need to get some rest, um, encouraging that and challenging me to around just sitting down and not trying to do all the things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're just taking care of me,
Mm.
and when you do that, you're creating ease for me. And in that ease, I feel more inclined to lean in even more. And so, I'm appreciative of the way that you've shown up for me and and
You're
um
welcome,
and how you
baby.
create that soft landing. Um like you make me want to be here. You make me want to be there. You make me just want to be with you. And
Mm.
it's just it's powerful. So thank you for your softness and your suppleness, all of that good stuff.
You're welcome, baby. You're welcome.
Hmm.
And y'all, look, let me tell you something. Uh, it hasn't always been that way, and it's not always that way in general because sometimes we can be so caught up in, just all the things
Yeah.
that everything becomes about execution.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Execution. And getting stuff done. You know what I mean? And then you're just not attuned to your partner. So I want to raise the awareness for everybody today that in the midst of whatever is going on today on this Friday and into the weekend and then into the holiday, right? Wherever you're doing, be it small, be it big, be it just your family, a huge boatload of people, whatever it is, like be intentional.
Hmm.
Like go over to your partner. Be like, you good? You look nice. You cute. My husband be saying I'm cute, and when I be looking crazy, do you hear me? Those things are mad. I be like, why
I
you
mean,
all,
all of the women on here could probably attest to that.
why you be complimenting me when I be walking around the house? My hair be all over my head. I be having on my round the house shirt. One of my favorite ones got a big hole right here. My shoulder hanging out. You be like, you cute. But those connecting points are what family is made up of. It's what connection is made up of, and it's what good strong marriages are made up of. So I want to hear from y'all, whether you're on YouTube or here on Zoom. I want to know how you're feeling this in this season, right? We got, I don't know, we got less than 60 days before 2025. This is a time, at least in this country, where it's about family, and coming together and connecting. Depending on what family you're in, you also get a history lesson about what Thanksgiving really is and what it really isn't. And this was really went down. Now that we clear about that, now let's go and eat this turkey, right? But I'm curious as to how folks are feeling, and I would love it if you type it in the chat. Don't just be quiet. Like, type it in the chat. How are you? Are you feeling good? I mean, you can give me a few words. Are you feeling good about your plans for this season? Are you feeling disconnected? What are you feeling? Because I want to be able to speak to it. And while you all are cultivating your thoughts, I want to lift up a few things that gratitude does, specifically with regards to marriage, because that's what the focus is for today's gratitude session. And I really want y'all to understand that gratitude creates connection. That's first and foremost. It creates connection. You can't be in a place of feeling grateful, like really looking up and honoring the good in your life, being able to see what your spouse does, what people in your family do that is helpful, things that you just may take for granted. This seems so probably out of pocket, right? But I remember this was just like a couple weeks ago or something like that. And, I could be in my head sometimes where I'm just like, sludging through all the tasks or what have you, which is why we got to stop and pause and get grateful. And I think I shared this with you, but I ordered something like a delivery from the store, right? So the guy came and he was like, "I'm at your door," and I was like, "No, you're not," because he wasn't out there. And sometimes I be getting our house mixed up with the house
Was this late at night?
next door. No, this was in the middle of the day. Because I had to go outside, so I had to go outside. Thank you. I'm glad y'all are putting in the chat how you're feeling. We need to look on YouTube as well. But I had to go outside to see where he was, and he was next door. I said, "Hey, it's over here." He was like, "Oh, okay." So he's bringing me my package or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "How you doing?" And then as he gives me my package, he says, "Excuse me, do you know if there is a room in this community?"
Yeah, you told me that.
Do you know if there's a room in this community? Do you know how I might be able to find a room to rent? And I was like, it just kind of snapped me out of my just kind of moving. And I said, "Oh, no, I don't." He said, "Oh, okay. It's a really nice community. I didn't know if you knew if there's a room." He said it again. I said, "No, I don't know. I'm so sorry." He said, "Okay, well, you be blessed." I said, "You be blessed." And it just reminded me, when you have those moments, you can let those moments just pass you, but it reminded me to be grateful that there are so many places and spaces that we can be in. And I'm not saying his place and space was so horrible, but he is in the process while he's out here doing deliveries, trying to find a place to live. And he's taking a risk and being courageous and saying, "Let me just ask the people that I'm delivering to." At least he did with me. "Do you know of a space?" And so all the things that we can sometimes, get caught up in, we really need to sit back and we got to look and honor the good. We got to honor the good. And it creates a different level of connection. And I just felt, like God was just giving me that moment to say, get centered, Iana. Honor the good. Honor the good. There's more to your life than whatever's in your head. We got to look up. Oftentimes I say to myself, look up. Because, here in California is beautiful, lots of places. Let me be clear. But it is gorgeous. The trees and the foliage and the palm trees and all that. It's just so beautiful. But sometimes I'm like, look up and look around. You got to do that so that you can actually pay attention to your environment and the beauty of it. So I want to see, let me look over here in Zoom. Okay, so I'm seeing y'all's comments. I feel disconnected, but I also feel good. Let me just start with that one. I just want to say this. If you feel disconnected, gratitude will get you connected. It will get you connected. Like if you just take, any of us can take this, just take a moment to sit down and write down at least 10 things you're grateful for. 10 things you're grateful for. And it's going to open your heart up a little bit. And if you really want to spice it up, put on some good music that you like. You know what I'm saying? Put on some good music that you like, that gives you some good warm fuzzy feelings, right? And write it down. Gratitude really does create connection. So that disconnect, you have to be intentional. So sometimes I get on my family's nerves, y'all. It's like fake get on their nerves because they be
How you
like,
gonna say it's fake?
because y'all be here for it because y'all do what I tell y'all to do. And what I mean by that is I'll be like, so right now, so we have like 17 people total who will be in our home for Thanksgiving. And I told, I did tell my girls, I'm like, okay, so I have everybody making something, right? That's a whole thing. What are we making? We're coming together to make stuff. They're going to put on some good music. Might get a little mimosa if it's in the morning time, just to feel a little boop, boop, right? And we're going to have a good time. My daughter, one of my daughters, our daughters, is very much about family. And so I'm trying to think of a couple of activities that we can do to talk about gratitude. And we always do. Every Thanksgiving when we host, there's a moment for reflection. We're putting stuff in the jar. There's something like that. And so I get on my family's nerves sometimes. I'm talking about my kids and my husband. They be like, we ain't always gonna have an activity. You know what I'm saying? We could just let the football game play.
Yeah.
But guess what I'm doing?
We gotta have time though. So
I'm creating connection because I don't want everybody just come over and we just eat and we're not really talking. I want to hear from my mother. I want to hear from his mother and his father and my father. I want to hear from the elders. I want to hear from our children. I want people to come and feel like, because you know what, y'all know how it is when you're around family. Sometimes people ain't really talking. It might be a little something, but people are kind of still in their corners or just going through the motions. And so the essence of what I'm saying, y'all, is created. And I don't care if you got 17 people, 27 people, or you got your 3 people. It's you, your partner, and your baby. It doesn't matter. You can create it. You can create ritual. You can create space. And if you take that seriously, you can get connected in ways you didn't even realize. So I love that at least it's ready to relax and tune out the noise, eat good food, and enjoy family time. I'm curious what y'all having. I want to know, does anybody make stuff that's just not, I'm saying regular, at least for Black people. African American culture. Let me not just say Black people is a broad word. African Americans. Like anybody doing something outside of turkey, ham. Y'all don't do ham because y'all elevated in your eating. I do ham for Thanksgiving. Well, and I do a honey baked ham. And when I say I do it, I don't make it. I go to the store and get it. That's what I mean, the honey baked ham store. So let me be clear, and some macaroni and cheese and some greens and some sweet potatoes and some cornbread stuffing and on and on and on. Anybody do something different like, which I don't know what some people be doing some really different stuff. Like I heard somebody say they had a seafood Thanksgiving one time, and that sounds lovely. That's my favorite, but I still feel like no, I gotta have black eyed. Actually, I don't do black eyed peas. Sometimes I have, but I don't do black eyed peas generally for Thanksgiving because I'm waiting for New Year to do my black eyed peas. But I love to do all the traditional things, And guess what? Y'all ain't gonna care about this at all. I'm sorry.
Brandon said my cooking skills need Jesus.
Brandon, you know what? Let me tell y'all something. Was it last year? When did we go to Joshua Tree?
I think that was last year.
Was it just last year?
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, because our oldest son had a transplant, right? So we had to be in. He couldn't be around people like that, but we wanted to get out, and he wanted to really get out. So we went to Joshua Tree, which is like a desert area. It really ain't nothing out there, but what them things
Joshua
called?
trees.
Cactuses, cacti, Joshua trees. You know what I'm saying? Cornish hens. So do you do turkey or you just do Cornish hens? I'm curious. Answer that back in the chat. Okay. So we went out there. Oh, and what was the point of me telling you? I'll just be giving y'all extra context for no reason. But the point I was making is that for the first time, Ayize made a dish. The first time. 20 some odd years.
What did I make? I don't even remember what I made.
He
I made the
He
stuffing.
made cornbread stuffing.
Yeah, that joint was good,
with
too.
sage sausage. It's my
Yeah.
sister's recipe. Did you put the sage sausage in there? Yeah, cornbread stuffing with sage sausage.
And it was a hit, y'all.
It was very good.
I might want to make that dish. I forgot about that.
Do you want to make that? Your son
I said I might
his son
wanna
is
make it.
assigned to making that.
Okay, nah, he got
But
it.
he would probably, I can give him something else.
Nah, he got it. I got other things to do.
All right. You got other things to do. Yes, you do. You do. My husband has lots of. He does all the setting up of all the things. So what was I telling y'all? Oh, I was just saying you just gotta just make something, Brandon. Just make something. Go on and make something. Pick it. Go on to YouTube. I'll send you a recipe. I'm sure somebody got a recipe. You know what I'm saying? Just make something. And I know some of y'all, Aize will say, I don't want to. I don't want to. And low key, you know, he can make, you know, it was a big deal for you to make that stuffing because that wasn't no small thing. But this year, you know what you can make?
I gotta make something.
This is what you can make.
What?
The cranberry sauce.
It's already made.
Just open up the can.
I'm down for that.
Slice that junk, put it on the and put it on the plate. Put it on the plate. So we got to get connected by getting into the details, y'all. We got to get connected by getting into the details of the things that are happening, and you know what can we do on this day. I love getting up and watching the Thanksgiving parade. I love it. Now, why do I love it? Because my mother always put it on when I was little. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the trigger for it. It's the Thanksgiving parade, and after this, it's about to be Christmas, and I'm about to be watching every Lifetime movie. I go on YouTube and all the places every day. African American Christmas movie. That's my search term, and so I love those things. But those things are important. I get my son up. Come on down here. I even tell my big kids, come on, y'all. The Thanksgiving parade is on. I tell my husband all the things. These are the things that we do to create connection, and somebody's got to do it. So lean into it. Lean into it. Tanisha says gratitude is a lifestyle for me. Oh, come on, Tanisha. I'm grateful. My husband and I closed on our first home. Grateful for childcare. Grateful for the completion of the Trust Art of Overcoming intensive. I'm grateful I saw my family this month in Ohio after we have had a double loss, no drama trip. Come on now, you had a no drama trip. You got a lot to be grateful for. You see, she done already started. She done already started her list right here in the chat. This is what we got to do. This is what we got to do so we can elevate our energy, so that we can really take advantage of this time of year, because this is the season for reflection. This is the season for going within. This is the season for connection. In some places, they call it the cuffing season. Da, 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 da. When you get booed up.
I don't think cuffing is for married people though.
I've heard plenty of married people talk about it. I mean, I know where it originated, but we still like because you're getting somebody because it's cold outside. You know, I explained that to my daughter. She told me, so that sounds like a good idea. Oh, I think I told you that. Yeah, I was like, girl, if you don't stop playing with me. But no, I'm adopting the word. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be linked up, cuffed up with you in all kinds of ways. All kinds of ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for all the things. I'm looking for all the things to go, like, let's go out. It don't really get that cold here, but it gets colder for sure. I want to go out and be around some lights and, you know what I'm saying, get some cocoa and, you know what I'm saying? Why are you looking like that?
I'm just saying, if you cuffed up, can I have the key?
Oh, see, he's so deep with it. Sometimes I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. What you talking about? If I'm cuffed up, can you have? Are you talking about being like? What did you say? You messing the thing up?
I'm not messing it up.
You know?
I'm setting it up.
Okay. It went right over my head.
We'll catch you later.
Are you talking about like handcuffs?
50 Shades of Black.
I know what's going on right now. Let's get back into gratitude. So let me tell you these three other things, and then I'm going to let my husband take it away with his words and some final thoughts, and we'll be complete. But we talked about connection, y'all. Gratitude creates connection. Gratitude sustains commitment. It sustains commitment, because sometimes what we need is just a new, re-energized, reinvigorated commitment to doing the things that we know we need to do for ourselves, for our spouses, for our families. And this is the time of year to be re-energized with that commitment. Gratitude heals wounds. It really does. And sometimes, you know, when there's deep hurt, I just want to say this piece, especially in families and that kind of thing. People really kind of shut down their willingness to be open to connection because there's been such deep hurt and the wounds are deep. But when you're able to sit in gratitude, you're able to recognize that two things can be true at once. I say that all the time. Two things can be true at once. You can be hurt by someone, be it your mother, your father, your siblings, your uncle, your auntie, whomever, cousins, right? There can, because these things, these kind of things bubble up during this time of year, but you can also recognize the profound impact that they've had on your life. You can recognize how important they are to you. If they were to be gone tomorrow, how would you feel? Where would you land? And as adults, we get to be in a place where we choose the kind of relationship that we're going to have. But for me, what I also say is that we also choose to live in the gray and not be black and white about stuff. You said this, you did this, until and unless you apologize or something. You know, people have those kinds of mindsets. I don't deal with you. Oh, there'll be so much hurt left to work through years later if you let that continue to stand. I'm just saying that because I feel led to say that, you know, people pass away and people have not worked stuff out because they shut down being in relationship and they shut down being able to be connected into gratitude about what they do have. And they really want it to be just the way they want it to be. And life doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Somebody can love you, you can love them, and you all are just in different places on some things. And the most that you can do is respect one another and love each other enough to know that there is room for more than one way. And that if there has been offense or anything like that that has happened, that you can speak up for that and say, this is how it made me feel. I'm not okay with that. And hopefully you'll get an apology. But to just tap out, right? Like this is that time of year that those tap outs become more pronounced. And I would just ask you to, as a starting place, whomever this is hitting, to be open to gratitude, Again, start with that gratitude list, because last but not least, gratitude helps you to grow. It helps you to grow beyond your humanity, sitting in what things feel like and what you have and what we don't have and what's painful and what's hurtful. It helps you to grow beyond what you see, and to live in a higher place, what I call your higher self, your God self. So that is my foundation. It's a big part of my foundation. And that's how we roll over here, knowing that things aren't perfect, people aren't perfect, situations aren't perfect, families aren't perfect. But God's love, trying to strive for that, which I will probably never hit. but trying to strive for that covers all, heals all, makes room for all. Even when boundaries and all those things have to be set, the love can cover all. Can cover all.
I mean, you put a pin in it.
Oh,
You did. I mean, I think that what you said was so apropos and was a great summary and a great intro to this 3-day series. We here and we encourage y'all to be 10 toes down, when it comes to gratitude during this season because you need it. Not only does it benefit you, but it also benefits the people around you as well. So I want you to foster up that energy and move in that vibration. Sometimes it's hard to get settled and to sit in it, but you can actually create rituals around what's required for you to sit in that space so that you can be fully present in it. And so I just encourage y'all to cultivate that energy and just move with that vibration. Like, you're going to get more of what it is that you're looking for. And why not be thankful for all of the good that you got so you can attract more things to be thankful for?
Yeah, that's good. So I want to give you all this. This is going to come out via email to everyone as well. But I want you to just take this into your practice today, because gratitude is not a task. It's like Tanisha said, it's a lifestyle. It's just a practice, right? It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. Like, let me raise my vibration. But I want you to take this question and marinate and meditate on this. What's one moment this year that reminded you of your blessings? What is one moment this year that reminded you of your blessings? And you would be doing a great service if you took that question. What's one moment this year that reminded you of your blessings? And share that with your spouse, share that with your kids, share that with whomever is important to you. Like, let's answer that, right? That's a good one for the Thanksgiving table, maybe. All right. But this is how we get connected. And everybody, thank you for joining us for day one of this 3-day gratitude series, the gratitude flow, reflecting, and connecting is what this is all about. We'll see you tomorrow, right here, same time, same place. Peace, everybody. Bye, y'all.
What's up, Williams? The Williams family.
Bye, guys.